Hi guys, welcome to lesson number 3 of how to build software course. Today we will talk about how to find and hire proper software developers. I know I promised you that every lesson will take not more than 3 to 5 minutes from your time, but I had to break my promise on this lesson because this lesson is super crucial. If done right, all the next steps will be much easier. If done wrong, the project will fail. That's why I extracted all the information I know about this process and I made it unique to fit your situation. As a business owner, as first-time software founder, you might not know how to code, how to interview developers, so this process will fit your unique situation. We have 100 slides here, so we don't have much time to waste, so let's dive in straight into the process. First of all, why this lesson? I will try to compare our process with building a house. You can see on this picture we have so many different people involved in the house development process, and some of the roles are electrician, architect, carpenter, plumber, engineer, painters, architects, designers, and so on and so on. With software development it's very similar. We have testers, product managers, designers, software developers, both back and front end, QA engineer, business analyst, software architect, and many more different roles. So what options do you have? You have two options when it comes to building your software. You can build it yourself. It works when you have time, but you have no money to pay somebody else to build it for you, or hire people to build it for you. You have money, but you don't have time. Or you have time, but you just don't know how to do or don't want to do that. First option, build it yourself. When you build it yourself, again, you have two options. You can learn programming or try to use no-code platforms. If you want to build it yourself and you pick learn programming, you will need to spend at least 2 years to learn programming to some substantial level so you can build software. And also, you will, if you start coding the project, the software, you will have no time for marketing and customer stuff. That's the problem. That's why that will be a tricky part. Skills you will need to learn is software development, front-end, back-end, user interface design, DevOps engineering, project management, business analysis, servers, hosting, and everything. It's a lot of work up front. I've been teaching software development newbies for many years, and I know how much time it takes to get person from zero to some production-ready code base. No-code platforms. These are platforms that allow you to build some kind of software without a lot of coding, I would say so. But there are a lot of problems here. It's still restrictive. You cannot build like a mail marketing optimization platform. It's more like for job boards, marketplaces, maybe some simple. The kind of solutions you can build on top of the no-code platforms, it's quite restrictive. It's harder to scale, so it's better for like quick and dirty prototypes. And still, you'll have to learn the platforms, and in most cases, to have any kind of more complex functionality, you will still need to code a bit. So still, learn no-code platform and learn a bit of coding. The main problem with build yourself approach is that you don't learn business skills. You spend your time on low profit tasks. It's better learn how to delegate and fund your software development from the start. Russell Brunson quote from his Marketing Secrets blog: "Don't take VC money, bootstrap it, sell something, then reinvest that back into advertising." That's the game how it's played. The thing is that selling something online from his comment, he thinks it's easier than kind of getting VC money or building it on your own, etc., etc. When I coded my first 8 software startup ideas, it never worked for me. I had no time for business and had no time for marketing. But my last 2 SaaS products, Opest and Social Insight, I paid developers in our team and paid designers, and they built it for me, and it worked. We grew it to 15 and 17K monthly recurring revenue. So also, I don't want to clean my house on my own. I want to pay cleaning lady. I don't like it. And her hourly rate is much lower than mine hourly rate, okay? So the same mindset I want you to develop as well. Get to a position where when developers' hourly rate is lower than your hourly rate, okay? Get to a position when developers' hourly rate is lower than yours. So I want to reiterate one more time. Who is this course for? First of all, for people that want to build software tool for their business. They have no time to build it themselves. They have cash flow necessary to build the tool, so they can focus on more important tasks in their business: marketing, sales, revenue making, financials. Second category of people are people that want to launch their software startup and make money after it. So, and for that second category of people, if you belong to that second category of people, and in case you don't have money yet to hire a development team, then you need to make money first. That's my message to you. Launch and grow tech startup without money and without knowing how to earn and save money is suicidal. That's my opinion. So I would suggest you to make money first, save money from your 9-to-5 job salary, or make money from some simpler business models like reselling products online, provide services, create courses, sell your expertise. So your goal would be to collect 30,000 US dollars, and then you're ready to go back to this how to build software course. If you do this, you will be more confident getting into software startup world, because you will know how to sell now, how to market, how to do market research, and how to hire and manage people. So how first-time software founders usually hire developers. That's kind of like ideal example how not to do things, but I will show, because that's what I'm seeing tons of time, people that are doing that. They got an idea, the founder will go quickly to something like Upwork and post quick, simple job like this you can see on the screen. Right after that, that person will collect like 10, 20, 30, up to 50 like replies, bids. After that, the person will talk with all of those people and will ask them. This is the message where this guy is asking me to do estimate online without initial meeting, without anything. And after that, the person will collect 10 to 30 to 50 estimates, and basically will pick a vendor with the lowest estimate and start the dev stage straight into the process. All over chat with minimum meetings and minimum conversations. And the problem with that, right now in our software development agency SoftFormance, we are working with 9 projects. We are developing and like long-term 9 projects. Guess what? 7 of those projects clients came to us from previous teams with unfinished code, with broken code base, with wasted money, wasted time, and broken relations. That's because of that result. This is the result of these previous steps, how these people try to hire vendors. Upwork, all this process, it does not work. Finding proper development team is a crucial step in our software journey. One more time, I want to reiterate. If you do it right, all the next phases will be much easier, and you will have a freedom of doing small mistakes here and there, and you will still be fine. But if you hire a wrong development team, nothing will work regardless of your performance during the next stage. Nothing will save you. With that thought in mind, please take this lesson very seriously. Don't go to Upwork and find first lowest, cheapest bid. Okay. So instead, I will show you the process we are doing in our agency and the process I will recommend to do for you. My agency hiring process. It's huge. We have developers, it's publishing ads, applications, sourcing, and all of the other next steps. For these steps, we have professional human resource recruiter manager, we have professional senior programmers, we have CTO, we have people that know their stuff, they know how to code, they know how to check the people. But you won't be able to apply this process, unfortunately. So I developed a 3-step process for hiring proper development team. You can execute it fast and without any coding experience. I used Pareto rule here. From that list of 10 steps, I just picked the most important things and added a few things that will work, especially if you have no idea about coding, you are not programmer, and you don't have to be programmer to follow my unique 3-step process. So I'm suggesting you to do only 20% of those actions we are doing in our company, but they will give you 80% of results. And we don't care about the 20% left. If you're hiring developers 80% right, that's more than enough for you. Trust me. We use this process with our clients willing to move development team in-house and hire devs on their own. Yet, yes, that happens sometimes when you have core value proposition. The software is your core value proposition. At some point, at some revenue goal, you need to move part of developers in-house, and that's how we develop the process. But before sharing this process with you, I have a couple do's and don'ts for you still. A couple guidelines, what to do and what not to do when looking for developers. First of all, rule number 1, don't hire freelancers. Instead, hire a full-stack software development agency. Okay? It might look like a bit more expensive at the beginning, but at the end, with agency, you will pay higher rate for smaller amount of hours. So the end result will be pretty close when we talk about the budget. That's from my personal experience and experience of 12, 13, almost 13 years now running my agency with 200 plus clients. You need designer, you need project manager, you need developers, testers, business analysts in your team. One freelancer cannot give you all of this, and hiring and managing multiple freelancers will be a nightmare for you, especially if you have no experience managing software development teams. So don't do this, okay? Also, freelancer might lose interest, got sick, go for vacation, change career path, or just disappear. And if you are serious about your software, avoid freelancer's trap, okay? Rule number 2, full stack team only. Hire agency that has all these roles: full stack software engineer, designer, business analyst, project manager, manual tester, DevOps, and maybe some other small things, but these are the core roles you will need in most of your software projects. Okay, so hiring and managing multiple agencies, for example, design agency, development agency, DevOps agency, might be even worse than managing multiple freelancers. Okay, so just make sure that your agency is full stack agency. They can do everything from very beginning till the very end of your project and can support you as well. So that's very important. They provide you some support and maintenance fees and plans, like we're doing 24/7 uptime guarantee and monthly support retainer for our clients after they go to production. And after that, they might need only 20 or 40 hours per month. Most of teams are not interested in that, so you need to make sure that those people will support you in the long term, even with small assignments. Rule number 3, start small. Software development projects are long-term engagements, which usually last for at least 3+ months. And in our agency, we have clients with us for 8 to 10 years, and we are happy, very proud and happy about that. But it all started small. You need to learn about each other on small paid engagements before committing to a big thing, okay? You would never marry someone on the first date, right? It takes weeks and months of small interactions before that big decision, right? So why you would do something differently when hiring vendor for months and years to come? So this is our process with new clients, so you can get an idea how we build the relations with our new clients as a vendor, as an agency. First of all, we have free 30 minutes intro call just to get to know each other, the need, can we help at all? And we basically qualify each other. Then we have free 1-hour scoping meeting. We go over scope together, brainstorm, and get an idea how big it is. Can we still do that? Is it feasible at all technically? We take 1 or 2 days off and then prepare the high-level roadmap and then demo it for the client. It's still for free. It takes us only like a couple hours. And here we would tell the client the range. Okay, it will take between 30 to 60K grants, or between 40 and 50 grand US dollars budget, and it will take about 3 months. So that will be kind of high-level roadmap idea, what will be the challenges, etc. So and this 3 process takes anything between 1 week up to a couple of weeks, depending on how big project is. Sometimes it might be more than that, than these meetings, or but usually it's not less than these 3 meetings before we ask client to pay us for something small first, which is software startup workshop, kind of discovery phase for 1 week. So it's paid. It's a small percentage from the whole project, depending on the project size and complexity. And now we only suggest to go for detailed workshop, which will take at least 1 week. Then design stage paid, development stage paid, and support and maintenance. But you can see the process. Before we start something paid, we still have a lot of interactions for free to get to know each other. We don't want to get client that is on the same wave, is not on the same wave as our agency, because it will be a headache for both of us. And you don't want to find vendor on the different with different values than you have, right? That's how we have these 3 steps before we do the payment. And also this first one is small money, it's small commitment. We want to start small. So same goes about cooperation with software development agencies. Start small. How? I will teach you in the next lesson a bit more. Rule number 4, cheap vs expensive. Don't hire the cheapest option, don't hire the most expensive option. Truth is always somewhere in between, right? So these are rates for different parts of the world. Like California is one of the most expensive in the world, like $150 to $250 per hour. Then average across US, we have rates here. Then Western Europe, then Eastern Europe. Now they are pretty close. And then we have Asia and India, which are the lowest. So from my recommendation from the previous slide, I would not recommend you hiring devs from California or from India, okay? Truth is always somewhere in between. At the moment, you can find a good enough development team in between $50 to $100 per hour range in different parts of the world. We'll talk a bit more about budgets and how to make your project cost effective, but that will be again in the next lessons. So now after you know the mindset you need to acquire to find and hire software developers. Now after you know the do's and don'ts, the guidelines, now we are finally ready to jump into the actual framework in the next video.